Professional predator, a phrase that will send chills down almost anyone's spine.
No doubt, and as we just said, that is how someone in the know describes a creep lurking out there right now. So who is this person, and how can you protect yourself from becoming his next target? We sent our Maggie Vespa to find out, and she joins us from the scene of this attempted abduction near University and 3rd with tonight's Not on Your Side Safety Watch, one that everyone needs to see.
That's right, Jennifer. Let's think back to this attack Sunday morning. Now, that predator approaches the victim twice, first on foot, first by car, asking for directions, then on foot, using force at that point to drag her to a nearby alley. And one expert that we spoke to says, make no mistake, this guy had a plan. But he also says the victim did some very crucial things right. Self-defense expert Jeffrey Prather calls it threat level orange, your gut's way of telling you something or someone isn't quite right.
They won't give you good eye contact, or if their speech is nonsensical or blurred.
Possibly signs noticed by the victim, who, when asked by a stranger driving a white SUV, didn't get in the car. Bravo, he says.
Once you're in the car, you're in his environment and you're in a lot of trouble.
Minutes later Sunday morning, the attacker returned on foot, grabbed her and carried her to a nearby alley. Prather is the owner of Tucson's Warrior School and a longtime teacher of women's self-defense. He says the victim's screams saved her life.
He can only do his evil deed until someone shows up. So anything she did to draw attention to herself is best.
Here, screams were enough. The attacker dropped the victim and ran. Prather says too often that's not the case. He shows me his best self-defense moves and biggest misconceptions. Most women think to use my keys, I should make a fist, holding one between my index and middle finger. Wrong.
But this is very fragile area of skin here. This will hurt you.
Instead, he says, hold it like you would when starting the ignition.
And now you can just apply that tip, rub it back and forth.
He also says many women think when fighting a man, go for the groin. But that's a small target, and kicking throws you off balance. Instead,
take your right foot and step where my ankle meets my leg and just start walking.
This either breaks his ankle or, more likely, breaks his footing. Finally, instead of punching or even eye gouging, go for the throat.
Just my little finger, you'll see.
Oh my gosh. All advice, Prather says, gives you a much better chance of disarming your attacker and making it home alive. And Prather also dispelled some safety prop myths. Number one, pepper spray. He says too often it's far less effective than you think and actually just makes the attacker angry. Number two, rape whistles. He says by the time you find it and use it, it may be too late. Jennifer?
Maggie, it's all really good information. As far as this investigation goes, have police made any progress in their search for this man?
Jennifer, they haven't yet, but they want people to keep talking about this. Now, you heard Corey mention last night something similar happened to her. Well, the same goes for me. And Prather says that just goes to show this happens all too often, and women need to know how to protect themselves.
Yeah, be alert for sure. Maggie, thank you.